about that time. We know you're thinking about dinner. I know you're thinking about dinner.
I'm definitely thinking about dinner.
We're all thinking about dinner.
I'm hungry, y'all, okay? Sean has a little kitchen inspiration for us with this next recipe. It's Mexican street corn, and this is in today's Cooking with Styles.
It is summertime and the vegetables are coming in from the fields. Absolutely fantastic. We're taking some white corn. We're going to throw it on the grill, but we're going to do it my version of Mexican street corn. Let's get cooking with Styles. Since this is Mexican street corn, we're not going to be grilling it like you see it at the Del Mar Fair. We're going to be grilling it with the husk off. But here's a couple tips that you may or may not know when it comes to picking corn. One of the things you want to do is peel back a little bit of the husk there and look at the ear to make sure there's no intrusion of bugs and that you've got kernels all the way up to the top. And then we're going to peel this just before we grill it, because keeping the husk on keeps it nice and fresh. And don't worry about a little bit of silk being left on there, because that silk will just kind of add to everything. Now what we're also going to be doing is we're going to be dicing up some cilantro. We've already washed this, and we're just going to give it kind of a medium coarse chop, not really fine. And we'll get this diced up and ready to go. The other thing I want you to get ready is your cotija cheese. Now this comes in a little round circles, and don't grate it, crumble it. Take your fork and just press down on the side, and it falls apart. And this is going to actually be the salty component in our corn. Now what I've gone ahead and done is I've already broken my ears in half. You just go ahead, grab them like this and give it a little snap. We're going to put about 2 or 3 tablespoons of olive oil over the top. And normally I use kosher salt, but in this instance we're going to use some sea salt. It adds a little brininess, and about a tablespoon and maybe a teaspoon more. And then on top of that, we're going to take a little bit of fresh cracked pepper. And then you can use a spoon, or if you want to get fancy, just go ahead and toss it like this, and this will coat everything nicely. And once you get this all coated, we're going to head over to the grill, put this on there, and that's where all the magic happens. I'm working with a medium hot grill here, and what we'll do is we'll just use the grates as a kind of a little area to hold the corn. Now we're going to put these in here, put the lid down, and let them cook for about 3 or 4 minutes, or until you hear some popping. It'll sound like popcorn if it's too hot, as the kernels start to pop. And we'll rotate these 2 or 3 times to get a nice little char on them. Time for the third turn. A couple things are going to happen. We're going to move these a little bit more off to one side. See how you're turning them on thirds there, and I'm looking for the spot that doesn't have the char. That guy needs more, so we're going to move him over there. And then we're going to make the dipping sauce, which is really simple. We're just going to take some butter right here, and we're going to leave the olive oil from the tossing, and we're going to leave that in there because there's been no bacteria, just the corn. And we're going to slip this inside, and we're going to bring this down over the top and let that melt. Don't forget, this is very hot. So this is going to be our dipping sauce. We're going to take a little red sauce, kind of like a, say, Tabasco or something like that, and we're going to mix that together. And from the grill, we're going to take our corn and just drop them straight in there, and we're going to toss them around a little, and then the magic's going to happen. Let me get this all off the grill here, and we'll get these things tossing. So we just take them out like this, give them a little toss, and that's how you coat them really nice. All right, what I like to do is just kind of randomly put these on here because, you know, it is street corn, so it really shouldn't have any type of form or shape to it. And then, of course, don't let this sauce go away. Just put that over the top, and I'm telling you, it is so good. And to finish this off, that cotija cheese, we'll sprinkle that over the top. Leave a little on the side for someone that might want a little bit more. And be sure you ask your guests if they like cilantro. I mean, I can't imagine making street corn without it. So that is my version of Mexican street corn. I'm talking casual, elegant, south of the border. If you'd like this recipe and all the other ones we make here on Cooking with Styles, go to cbs8.com/recipes. Enjoy.